students to the next module of this chapter and also the next section of this chapter. In this section, what are we going to learn? We are going to learn reproduction in human beings. And in this particular module, we are going to discuss the stages of growth. Dear students, we all know that our bodies change as we become older. This change occurs in various phases called as a growth phases. So before we begin with the process of reproduction in human beings, let us learn about the growth phases in human beings. Let's begin with the first stage of growth and the changes that occur in girls and boys in these growth phase. All right, the first phase of growth is from birth to age 10 to 11 years. So the first stage of growth is from our birth to age 10 to 11 years. Now what happens? The rate of growth, especially the rate of physical growth, is higher in this stage. Physical growth pertaining to the growth of our bones, muscles, etc. Now what happens in girls? What are the changes we see in girls in this phase? Okay, there is increase in the height of girls. Along with height, there is also increase in their weight. Also, they acquire milk teeth, then they lose the milk teeth and again acquire new ones or permanent ones. Similarly, now let us see what are the changes in boys. The changes here is increasing height. Also, again, there is also increase in their weight also. Plus, they also acquire and then lose milk teeth and then again acquire permanent teeth. So if we observe, sort of changes are similar in girls as well as boys in this particular phase of growth. And what do we call this phase? This stage of growth is called as the stage of childhood. Okay. Now let us learn about the second stage of growth and the changes that occur in girls and boys. Let's move ahead. Age. What stage this age comes in? Okay, it is from 11 to age 18 in girls and 21 in boys. That means this phase for girls is from 11 years to 18 years and for boys it is from 11 years to 21 years. 3 years more for boys. What are the changes that we see? The rate of growth in this particular phase. The body is growing to its adult size. There is maturation of the reproductive tissue. In other words, we can also say in this particular stage, the body is preparing itself for the process of reproduction. Okay, what are the changes in girls that we see? First and foremost, hair grows in armpits. Genital areas. Students' genital areas are external organs of reproduction between the thighs, legs and arms. That means the secondary sexual characters have now started developing themselves. Further, the genital areas become darker in color due to excessive melanin pigment secretion. It is sort of highlighting that now these tissues of our body are growing. Next, the skin becomes oily and may develop pimples. Along with this, the next changes seen in girls are the breast size begins to increase. Further, there is darkening of skin of nipples at the tip of the breast. This is also due to excessive melanin pigment secretion. And one very important phenomena, the girls begin to menstruate. Menstruation, it is a periodic loss of blood from the body of females starting from puberty. If these are the changes in girls, what are the changes in boys? Let's have a look at them. Changes in boys. Okay, hair grows in armpits, genital areas. Again, genital areas means external organs of reproduction between the thighs, legs and arms. Furthermore, students, Genital areas become darker in color, again due to excessive melanin pigment, and skin becomes oily and may develop pimples. Just like in girls, even their skin becomes oily and they may also develop pimples. Okay, growth of thicker hair on the face. In this particular stage, boys start beginning to have a thicker facial hair growth in the form of beard and mustache. Students, voice also begins to crack. It becomes a little thick and it becomes a little hoarse. I would say it would become a little manly. Going further, the penis begins to become enlarged and erect due to excessive flow of blood in the tissues of the penis in this particular stage. Now, what would we call this stage as? Okay, this stage is called as the stage of puberty, the stage of attaining sexual maturity. Now, after this second stage, let us learn about the third stage of growth and the changes that occur in girls and boys. Students, this phase is from age 18 onwards in girls and 21 onwards in boys. Moving further, body is physically ready to reproduce. It happens by two individuals joining their bodies together for internal transfer. That means the transfer of sperms, that is the male gamete from the body of males to the body of females. Internal transfer of germ cells for fusion, for fertilization, for giving birth to the new individual. Okay, what would we call this stage as? We call this stage as the stage of adulthood, or in this we say the individuals are completely mature to perform the act of reproduction and give birth to a new child. And with this, students, we end the phases of growth or the stages of growth in human beings, and also we end this module.